I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Thomas Edison. My friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, be one of perseverance, just like Thomas Edison. Why was he one of the most famous and successful inventors the world has ever seen? Because he wouldn't give up. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? I told that joke last week. The answer is practice. Now, let's jump into these charts. Things are going in the directions I have them set up on my charts. I use next to my little symbol where you can put the little flags. I actually have these flagged exactly as they're moving today. The S&P 500, NASDAQ 100 are up. 20-year bonds, gold, and Bitcoin are down. Let's first go to the S&P 500. This is just beautiful. Since we saw, this is the kind of chart you want to see, my friends. We have one fake out and we have to go all the way back to the week beginning the 31st of May, 2022, where things appeared to bottom and started to pop up, and then it faked us out, turned right around. And you still, jumping in that next week, had the opportunity to gain one ATR on the chart, on the two-day chart, one ATR on the two-day chart. You still could have made a profit in that move. And then, of course, what happened? Another nice move up, another nice move down, another nice move up, another nice move down, another nice move up and down, and then this latest one where it has gone on since things turned around back on March 20, the week beginning then, or even March 27th. And we've talked about where the highs were. The highest high, 409.70. The week before, 402.49. So 409.70 to what? 431. I almost got the close. 431.99 this week. That's beautiful. Things are still moving along. We see the 2-day is above the weekly trend line, continuing to move up, half day above. And again, just beautiful. We'll see. How much longer will it go up? Can't tell you, but when it starts to roll over and go down, we will jump into it going down. But right now, letting it ride on these practice trades. Look at the NASDAQ 100. Same thing, even steeper shot up over these last 3 weeks, finishing the week here right now, a few minutes before the market closes, up 0.43%. And again, we are paying attention to where the 2-day chart is sliding sideways, sitting right there on the weekly trend line, half day just above it. So we're keeping an eye on things, seeing which way they will go, but still moving in the right direction. What about bonds? Moving in the right direction too. Not down too much right now, 0.03%. It could end up flat or even up a little bit in the next few minutes. We don't know, but what we see happening is, again, a sideways slide tending down. Look at that volume. Now, could that volume be peaking out? Well, let's look at it a little bit closer. We'll blow this up. Now we see we're not reaching a lower low. The low that we had most recently was back on the week beginning the 22nd of May. The next week it popped up a little bit and then has popped back down again. We do have a lot of volume this week, so we'll pay attention to what's going on. But as things are, we're sitting right there on that trend line. Now we look at where our other charts are. We can see on the 2-day, it did bump up that 2-day candle. That would have been the 31st of May on Wednesday and the 1st of June on Thursday of last week. And then since then, it's tried to continue to move down. We see on the half day where it rolled down, hit its most recent low on Wednesday the 7th, and has been sliding sideways and up a little bit. So again, we'll keep our eye on bonds as we get into this next week and see if this move is coming to an end or if it's just digesting these losses and are going to keep moving down. We shall see. Now, you might say, those of you who are new, Tom, why are you even talking about this going down? Who would be jumping at anything going down? Well, we jumped into this down move on Tango, Bravo, Foxtrot, TBF. That is the ProShares single short. And lo and behold, look at that. It's been going up. What does it cost to share? Just a mere 22 something bucks. And again, what's this about? This is an inverse fund. We have a great training, inverse funds, what to do in markets, how to make money when markets crash. Review that. Learn about inverse funds, practice trade them. When you start getting good, look, you could buy one share just to monkey around with, or maybe you could buy 4 shares, less than $100. And when you saw the market starting to roll over and move down, you're late in the game now, but you could practice. You can see how we practiced that time before. And again, what do you need to do? Well, you need to practice this to show yourself approved. And again, doesn't cost you much. If you buy a few inexpensive shares, if you lose 20% on a $100 trade, which hopefully you would never, ever, ever get even close to, 20 bucks out of your pocket. Whatever you do, my friends, practice trade until you get good at this and you have convinced yourself, friends, people who know you, that you actually know what you're doing. Please don't start throwing real money at the market thinking you're a genius because the market's been going up for a few weeks and anybody could have jumped in. You just need to practice. You need to go through good times, bad times. This time of year is one of the toughest time of the years typically to trade because there's not a lot of volume. Things tend to slip and slide, and the markets are very, very hard. Once we get into the fall-winter trading zone, out of the summertime trading zone, things tend to get easier because we have bigger, stronger, nicer moves, either up or down. So that is where we are on bonds. We'll keep an eye on things as we get into the new week. What about gold? Gold down for the day, 0.24%. Now let's zoom into gold a little bit, and you can see here the low that we hit back on the week beginning 22nd of May, and you have to look right up here, but I have to go back to it so you can see accurately. That low was 180.09. The next week the low was 180.96. This week 180.04. So we're just a little bit lower than these last 2 weeks. Volume is nice. Now, what could that mean? Well, we could be tapping along, trying to find a bottom here to turn around and shoot up. That is possible, so we will pay attention to that if indeed it's trying to bottom out, but it may just be digesting those gains, getting ready to speed up and move down some more. So we sort of look back at what gold has showed us in the past. And again, gold tends to, move down pretty decent for the amount of time it's going to move down, then slip over and move up. So don't know if it's bottoming out at this point in time, but we'll keep an eye on it as we move into this next week. Look at where things are on the 2-day. You can see it's pushed through the weekly trend line, as has the half day, and sliding sideways. So we'll watch, wait and see, and these charts will tell us what to do. Let's look lastly at Bitcoin, down for the day 0.52%. Again, nice to see we've hit a lower low this week than our most recent lows. I want to see this roll over and move down for a while and then cleanly start to pull back up. I'm hoping we're going to do that. I'm going to be releasing, as soon as I finish this program and get it uploading, I'm going to release the charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies. Yes, I've added currencies in there for you. If you haven't watched this show lately, listen to it over the weekend. You'll get a lot out of it, or watch it. It will be helpful to you. So we are waiting, hoping Bitcoin's going to reset a little bit and start giving us not this kind of chart, but something that looks more like the S&P 500 with red to green to red to green, the kind of things we like to see where you have a chart that's actually tradable instead of something like this. So hopefully, as time moves on, this chart will start setting itself back up again so we can track and practice trade it, which is what we want. It's all we ask for. God bless, my friends. We love to hear from you, by the way. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, cw@chartingwealth.com. If you're not a Patreon supporter, appreciate what we do here. The things you support tend to stay around. And if you do sign up as one of our Patreons, the first thing you get, Out of the gate is Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, the 3-part series that we've had nothing but rave reviews on. You want to learn about options so you can start practice trading them? Well, we've got the training for you. And you get it as one of the first little gifts becoming a Patreon supporter. And of course, every week, our weekly vertical crossovers, we look for 20 of those. Weekly vertical crossovers tend to be the biggest things that happen on the chart when you see prices going from being in a bull market to a bear market, or a bear market to a bull market. We chart those for you. We look for about 10 on each side. Many weeks we have more of one than another, but we always try to get you 20. If there are 20 out there that are decent, we also put out early for our Patreon members the Charting Cryptos, Commodities, and Currencies, and of course the curated trades that I put out for you each week for you to practice trade as we follow liquid stocks and ETFs from our list. And we provide you with those curated trades under what we call our 3-wave trades. These are the 3 waves: the weekly, the 2-day, and the half-day. And there's nothing like using them to see what's really going on in a chart that you can follow and where you can make successful practice trades. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.